What's your worst flight experience?
My worst flight experience was this flight from Enugu to Lagos. Mind you, this was my first time flying to Lagos. It was just a red flag. It was just the beginning of the horror that I faced on this trip. My ancestors were telling me, this thing that you're going for in this Lagos, immediately no. I saw Mama G at the airport. It made me so happy. Airport is delayed for 2 hours. Now it was time to board after their nonsense delay. I was just really excited because this is my first time going to Lagos, only for me to get the middle seats. Little did I know this would be the beginning of my horrible experience. The guy who was sitting just by my right hand side, he boarded late and then he sat down. Immediately he sat down, the first thing he did was his hand and literally keep his hand on my body. I said, hey, excuse me, sir. Keep your hand well. He got so mad that a common woman would talk to a man and tell him to keep his hand to himself. He starts to ramble and say, had it been that I have private jets now, how will I be flying with a stupid girl like you, with a local girl like you? You're not my class. Now you cannot even talk to me. Now you're talking to me on this flight. I told him, I don't care about all these things you're saying. My own is stop making me uncomfortable in this flight and keep your hands to yourself. After so much back and forth, the man next to me had to intervene and tell him, Oga, keep your hands to yourself, sit properly. He kept on rambling. I said he was going to beat me, that he will beat me and nothing will happen. I said, oh yeah, try now. I was uncomfortable with the back and forth, but I just wasn't going to let this guy walk all over me because I felt like he just wanted to intimidate me. The amount of madness I experienced within my first few hours in Lagos is so crazy. It was giving red flag. It was giving you don't belong here. My initial accommodation plan failed, so I had to go to Eco Hotel somehow. That's the story from that time. We're going to tell you guys how I spent 4 days in a hotel without paying a dime. I legit spent the whole day on the road in this Lagos. Lagos is just crazy. So excited that I actually just stood up for myself because me a few years ago would have just let that go. Never let a man intimidate you. Always speak up, always stand up for yourself. I'm also proud that I was able to stand up for myself.